What's up, y'all? How are you? Spanita, ¿cómo estás? Mona, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? Hold on. Sorry, I know I'm running late. I was in a rush doing a lot of things, trying to get this ready to go, but we'll give people a few minutes to join up. But anyways, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. Oh, Hannah, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Diana, how are you? Let me see where I'm at. Mimi Vibes, ¿cómo estás? Claudia, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. I'm over here. You guys can hear me, right? I gotta check the audio. You guys can hear me? Yes, no, yes, sounds good, doesn't sound good. Because I didn't test it beforehand, so let me see if you got it. Okay, I think it is working. Hey, you, Claudia, or is it Claudia? Susana, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Diana says yes. Cici, ¿cómo estás? It's rained too much. What do you mean it rained too much? Hey, let me see. The original Misfit, ¿cómo estás? Yes. Alejandra, ¿cómo estás? How are you? How are you guys doing? We're going to give people a few seconds to jump on. I know like 10 minutes late. I was rushing. I was in a hurry. So I can do this. Alejandra, thank you for the gifts. I see you, girl. Good to see you again. Shelly, ¿cómo estás? Did you have a good birthday? Absolutely, Belle's Beauty. Absolutely. Happy birthday. Gracias, Dayla. Is that how you say it? Dayla? We are birthday twins, July 12th. Molly, gracias, I appreciate you. She says, hi, Edgar, happy belated birthday. Hello, how's it going? What's up, Amazing Phoenix? It's going great. There, Mama 143, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I'm doing great. Claudia, gracias, I appreciate you. Ohana is Jen, where you at? But, no, yeah, thank you for everybody who sent stuff, commented, sent me a DM, a message, whatever it is. Ariana, ¿cómo estás? How are you? It's raining too much. It's raining too much where you're at. Alejandra, thank you for the gift. I see you, girl. No, but yeah, thank you guys to everybody who did send stuff, send a message, send a smoke signal, like whatever you guys did. I really do appreciate it. Haluni? Is that how you say it? Yep, Texas. Oh, shit, you guys are raining over there? Happy belated birthday. Gracias, Mona Love. There, Mama, gracias. I appreciate you. Amazing Phoenix, thank you. Edgar, Ariana, gracias. Yes, correct. Good, you saw my smoke signal. I saw it. Alejandra, thank you. I got my IG and my TikTok going. Hey, I got both going right now. So I'm just giving everybody a few minutes to get on. We're going to start the questions here in a little bit. So thank you guys again for all the birthday wishes and everything. It was amazing. Shout out to my friends that came out here too. It was a lot of fun with them as well. Happy birthday, Hans. Gracias, Quilleen Marie. Be safe. No, you be safe, girl. You're the one out in Texas right now. Happy B-Day, Daddy. Gracias, la maldita. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Yeah, we're going to get into the questions here in a little bit. It's because I ran late. Trust me, we're gonna go a little bit later too because I ran late. How did you spend your birthday party or birthday? Just friends, family. Like my little brother came out, my friends came out. We went out. We had a great time, just hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, just because we don't get to hang out like that a whole lot, because obviously I live in Arizona and they live in Idaho. Be safe. Love the glasses. Gracias, Alejandra. Hey, Cancer and Leo, perfect together. Ooh, say less, girl. Happy birthday. Gracias, Santi. Austin, Texas. Happy birthday, Sucio. Gracias, Elaine. Elaine, gracias. I appreciate you. All right, so we're going to get into the questions. And if I miss your guys' question, hola, Sucio. What's up, Mama Rhino? Scorpio and Virgo. Happy, gracias. How did I not realize our B-days are days apart? Happy birthday, handsome. I'll be 40 on Sunday. Well, happy early birthday, girl. Happy birthday, Pa. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Thank you, Noe. Bobby, let's celebrate just you and me for science, of course. Oh, shit. Okay, I see you. I see what you're doing there. But yes, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. We're going to get into the questions. And when I start doing the questions, I'm not trying to ignore your guys' comments. It's because I just try to stay focused on the comments because I lose my train of thought and then I forget what I just read or where my train of thought was going. So it's not like I'm trying to ignore you. What part of Arizona? I just got back from Yuma this week and did a river run. I'm in Gilbert, Arizona. Yuma, I know where that's at. All right, hold on. But yes, happy birthday. Why are you so handsome? Gracias, Sassy. I appreciate you, girl. Do y'all lose blood flow as you get older? What do you mean blood flow? Papi, I need my cheeks clapped. What are you waiting for, girl? She's in a dire need of some cheeks being clapped. All right, hold on. Trying to see, am I recording? Yes. So, did you get your birthday? LOL, happy ending. I guess only me and that person are gonna know, right? I'm from Yuma, but live in Cali. Okay. That's just water with Mio, by the way. Yes, I am, Bobby. Mama, but ¿cómo estás? All right, we're gonna get into these questions. So I'm not trying to ignore you. Mari, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I'm gonna have to pause the music just because I get copyright violations, and we're not trying to do that. Look at that, Alejandra sending the glizzy. Elizabeth, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Angie, how are you? Hi from San Diego. What's up, Diane? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, chulo. Miss Marissa, ¿cómo estás? All right, hold on. Let me fix this. Feliz cumpleaños. Gracias, Veronica. How was your birthday? My birthday was amazing, girl. Thank you for asking. Thank you, everybody who wished your boy a happy birthday, too. I really do appreciate it. I'm serious. All right, so we're going to get into the questions. Again, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see where I'm at. Happy B-Day. How did you celebrate? Hello from Los Angeles. Linda, ¿cómo estás? Just with friends and family. Diana, gracias. Love that you had a great time, gracias. Do we just type our questions? I already have the questions, but sometimes if I catch your comment, I'll answer it. Can you talk about what things guys like to hear as far as dirty talk? Every guy is different. Veronica, gracias. Everybody is different. Like some people like certain things, some people don't like certain things. You know what I mean? That's just purely communication with your partner and just seeing where it goes. Because like before, some girls like to be called a dirty little sucia and other words, insert other words, and some girls don't, right? And so that's why you have to learn your partner. Same with guys. Say you call them some sort of name, like maybe he feels weird about it. You know what I mean? So that's true. Some guys are silent. All right. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. All right, here we go. Situation of 5 months, didn't know about the pregnancy until I brought it up and completely destroyed her. Yes, I do have felt guilty, and I understand what I did. For a bit of context, yes, she knew I was married and separating and had a kid. MF wants to love now. Now this kid will be here any day, and the situationship has me blocked on IG and gone no contact for a month. Que belleza. Now, I mean, this is what y'all get for messing around with married people. And that's why you have to be careful also, like when you're in a situation, like if you guys are stepping outside of the marriage relationships, why wouldn't you protect yourself? Because now, guess what? Now you're gonna have a baby. See, now you see the type of shit you got yourself into. You got yourself in a whole pickle, okay? Of a whole mess, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, she's pregnant, this is going on. It sounds like a situation shit. Absolutely. And maybe the wife doesn't even know either. So that's why I'm saying, like, because no matter what I say, we all know people are going to keep cheating. It's going to continue to happen. And if you're going to fucking be cheating, why wouldn't you use some sort of protection? And this is why people get caught, because people are dumb. You know, and that's why I said, like, you can be perfect 365 days a year, but it just takes one fuck up to completely mess up everything. Everything comes crumbling down. And not only you have to watch out, like maybe delete messages and stuff like that, the other person has to do the same thing. So now you're relying on two different people to not get caught. And it's so much stressful trying not to get caught cheating. Why would you want to put yourself through that? So now what's the next step? I don't know. Because maybe they want to get rid of the baby. Like, I don't know what's going on, because you obviously need a little bit more context. But hopefully this is a lesson learned, and other people who are currently, because I'm pretty sure there's some little cheaters in these chats, because I'm TikTok and IG. I'm pretty sure there's some cheaters in here. Okay. you got to be careful. Okay, you got to be careful. My coworker had a baby from a guy that was in a relationship, and he told his girlfriend, and she did not. Or make the area of swimmers be a non-open position. Leave him, and she stayed with. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, things just get super toxic, super weird, super complicated. Why would you want to be in that type of shit situation? Okay, so lesson learned. All right, next question. I broke up with my ex because he couldn't handle that I was ambitious in my career and that I made significantly more money than him. After I left him, I found out he cheated on me. He didn't get the reaction from me that he wanted, so he's mad, telling people I cheated. Why are men like this? It always be the ones that are freaking. You give an ugly dude a chance, cheats on you. You give a broke dude a chance, cheats on you. That's your fault, girl. No, I'm just joking. And see, this is just a lesson learned because, well, one, he's mad at you because it's an ego thing. He probably wanted you to get mad, or he's trying to make you mad. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to, and that's why I'm saying, like, some guys will say petty things, disrespectful things, just to get a reaction from you. That's what they're trying to do. And then finally, when you finally message them back or give them some sort of reaction, mission accomplished. You know, even though it's like you're maybe yelling at them, telling them to piss off, like whatever the case, they still got you to answer to them. And that's what their goal was. That's why they get super disrespectful. And so you just gotta power on through that too. And take this as a lesson learned. Like, maybe you have to, I'm not saying don't give broke people. I think you need to meet somebody and know if their ambitions are as high as yours, the career as like high as yours, wherever you're at, or similar, because maybe they're like, why do you got to do this? Why do you got to go to work? Why do you got to do this? Because then that just tries to bring you down, you know? And I'm pretty sure he felt a type of way because imagine his boys asking him, oh, like, or him saying like she makes more than me, how maybe depending on the guy, how less of a man he might feel. Instead of being motivated by it, he should be like, oh shit, she's killing it, what can I do to also get in the same type of situation, right? So hopefully you learned a lot from this. He's going to continue to tell people that you cheated, make you seem like the bad guy, but it's funny how it works too. Eventually he will, like, he'll get past this. See, that's why I read a comment and I fucking lost my train of thought. But what he's going to do is he's going to keep being petty. He's going to continue to say things to get reactions from you. And so that's why don't pay attention to his like pettiness, his disrespectful things that he says, because he's going to continue to do it just to get a reaction from you. And even if it's an angry reaction, he's gonna still do it. So I would just block him, get rid of him, like no communication. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Eventually, the person who keeps talking, then they start seeming, oh, I think this is the crazy dude, right? They'll be like, oh, because somebody will come out and say something, and then they keep saying stuff. The other person is silent, and now you're just like, maybe they're the crazy one. Sounds like a narcissist. Absolutely. My husband told me he was cheating on me. Oh, I am sorry to hear that, Erica. Damn, I don't know how you take that. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully you don't take them back. That's all I'm gonna say. I know you got to go through some healing, a lot of emotions, but hopefully you don't take them back. That's all I'm gonna say. Love your content. Gracias, Jeanette. I appreciate you, girl. All right, let me get into the next question. My sneaky link just came back into my life. I find myself sexy and confident again. I wouldn't give him 100% the credit, but for sure about 70. How can I return the favor without weirding him out? Girl, just forget about it. You're thinking about that too much. A sneaky link, like you have to give him wrap a gift for him, or like what do you? You don't need to give him a present. You don't need to be like, hey, let me return the favor because you helped. No, cool, whatever. They just keep going because maybe he might later on use it as like, something to say disrespectful to you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I did this for you. I helped you do this, and now you're doing this. Cool. Just keep giving him great intimacy or whatever you guys are doing. Just keep hooking up. You're overthinking it. He's not your boyfriend. He's not your man. You don't need to repay him. You don't need to do anything. Just repay him with great S. That's all you got to do. All right, next question. I haven't been with my baby daddy for 10 plus years. Would it be wrong to hook up with one of his cousins? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's still your baby daddy. And he's going to feel a type. Again, it depends on the family dynamic or your dynamic with them. But I would just avoid family members, like any family members. There's millions of people in this world. And you want to go with the cousin? Oh, shit. And you want to go with the cousin? Like, why? Out of everybody in this world, you can't find somebody at the gym. You can't find somebody somewhere else. You have to... Fuck, I keep pressing the button. You have to go with the cousin. Because he might get mad and be like, oh, damn, I thought, like, my own family, you know? And then he's going to get mad at you because he's going to be like, damn, you knew that was my cousin and you still hooked up with him. So that's what I'm saying, like... just avoid the family members because you're not going to get anything good from it. It's really rare that, say you date one of their friends or their family members and they'll be like, oh, that's fine. And especially if that's your baby daddy, okay? That's a little bit different. It could cause a lot of tensions in the family as well. So let's not do that. I would say 100% avoid the cousin. Next question. Oh, already read that one. I've been with my husband for 13 years. Rarely do I reach my O. I need toys to help me reach it when I'm with him. I've been texting and sexting my boss recently. I just thinking about him makes a flood occur. We've never hugged or never even hugged, but I am very tempted to engage in this adventure. Should I? No, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Once you open that door, it's going to be very difficult to close that door. You're not going to be like, once you taste that, and especially if it's a way better, it's going to be very difficult to close that door. And if you're having issues, teach him, show him. Yeah, it's fine to include toys. There's nothing wrong with including toys to reach that, that climax. Nothing wrong with that. At least you're getting there. Now, if he struggles with whatever he's gotten or whatever he's got, whatever he's packing and toys, and he still can't reach that, then you kind of need to be teaching him some things like, hey, do this. Hey, do this, because the toys should just enhance the situation, And if he needs himself and then toys and it's still not working, something's going on. He's shitty somewhere. There's a problem somewhere. We need to find that. And if there's no more intimacy, like, I don't know, again, your whole relationship, why wouldn't you separate from this person? Because yes, I get it, 13 years, things happen or whatever happens. I don't know this relationship. Sometimes it's better to separate and then go and do something. But also, I would avoid work. That's another thing. Not only should you not cheat, if you do happen to cheat, like, because again, people are going to do whatever they're going to do. Don't go with someone that you work with. Like, because now after it's over, maybe he feels a type of way. Maybe he's married, so he's going to want to get rid of you. So now you just lost your job, possibly lost your husband, You're going to be losing all this stuff just because a little bit of temptation. Like I said before, don't open that door, because if you open it, it's going to be very difficult to close it again. I'm just telling you that right now. So, and don't shit where you eat. Again, avoid work. That sounds messy. Absolutely, Diane. Hi, Whittier, ¿cómo estás? How are you? All right, let's get into the next one. How do I make myself reach my O? My husband complains it takes too long, so I'm often left to use my toys if I want to finish. He won't engage once he's done. How long is too long to reach an O? I mean, if you do it correctly, I'm pretty sure it shouldn't take that long, right? I think it just totally depends on what they're doing. and you answered your own question. If you're having a hard time reaching your O, you should be including the toy and him at the same time. Because trust me, that just takes the experience to a whole nother level. And that could be another way for you to get to your O a lot faster. And then also, you need to focus on things that really turn you on, really get you going. And hopefully that helps out, like getting to that O, right? So I think you guys need a little bit more communication in your guys' relationship, especially if you guys been together for a little while. Tell him what you like. Tell him what you enjoy. Because if he's done after he's finished, like, all right, cool, finish yourself off. Like, he's basically, I'm good, puts his pants on. He's like, do your thing. Like, not my problem. Not my problem you didn't finish. Yes, it is his problem. Okay, I don't care what he says. It is his problem too. He should be satisfying you as well. So I figure out how to get your O fast. Just do this. Figure out how to get your O fast. And then as soon as you get your O, just hop off and then be like, finish yourself off. Imagine how he's gonna feel if you finish first and then he hasn't even finished and you're just like, all right, cool, I'm done. Do your thing. He's gonna, it's gonna hurt his ego. He's gonna be like, what in the fuck? And then you're gonna be like, see how it feels? You finish, I don't. I finished this time and you didn't, and now you're upset at me? The audacity, right? That's what I would do. That way maybe later on he's just like, I'm not gonna do that shit again because that fucking sucked, So, all right, next question. Hold on. Ambar says, what? I rarely finish with my ex. Turns out he was the problem. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to focus on what it actually turns you on, things you like, what they're doing to you. If they're just if intimacy to you or to him is just pull your pants down, slide it in, do his thing, and then that's it. There was no foreplay. There was no touching. There was no kissing. There was no flirting beforehand or anything like that. Of course, you're not going to finish because it was more like basically a chore, right? Intimacy starts way before even inserting it. So, all right. So, next question. Realistically, how many days a week does a man want to F? I think it totally depends on their hormone level, because when their hormones are down or messed up, they really don't crave it like they did before. Because I'm sure a lot of guys can relate. As soon as or even females too, when you were first introduced to these feelings, you wanted to go or you got with your partner, you wanted to go over and over and over and over and over and over, right? You could not get enough. But it does go down over, the older you get. But you should be at least hooking up with your partner at least once a day. If you guys live together, once a day, minimum, right? And if you have kids, okay, work around it a little bit, right? There's always things you can do to work around. So I would just say it should be every day. There shouldn't be a right or wrong number. It could be multiple times a day. It just depends on you and their dynamic. It could be once in the morning, once at night. Once in the morning, once you guys both get home from work, or if he gets home from work, whatever the case, and then at night too. Okay, there's different options here. So there's no right amount of times to do it, if that makes sense. So once a day is not enough. See, that's what I'm saying. You have to, some guys crave daily, every other day, and some of them once a year. And I'm not even joking about that. KG, what's up, bro? Thank you for the candy again over here. I've been slamming them. If you guys haven't followed KG, but the Fuego candy, that's where he sells his candy. He also ships it, by the way. So why is it hard to find someone to keep up? That's what sucks, is that you're never going to find somebody who's perfect, if that makes sense. Because maybe they're great outside of being intimacy, but then they lack being intimate. Or what if they're great being intimate and they lack being a boyfriend or a husband. So that's why, like, sometimes you got to take pros and cons. Like, yeah, he does this, but this, and really look for what you really want. Like, if intimacy is going to be a big problem for you, find somebody who's going to be more intimate with you, and hopefully they're better in these other areas, right? Because again, nobody's perfect. So I never met a guy wanting it once a year. Where are they? Oh, trust me, it happens, and mainly it happens in relationships. Because you get comfortable, it's familiar, like it's boring. There's no more spice left, and things like that. And so, because there's been people who, again, I've heard the crazy amount was 25 years and not being intimate. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it can be a long time, and don't be that person. I don't want a relationship and it's gonna come down to you, like where maybe you can find somebody that a friend, something like that. Because I don't know where you work. I don't know your daily habits or anything like that. Maybe meet somebody on social media. There's plenty of people on dating apps who are looking to hook up. Maybe finding there. You can just put on there, not looking for a relationship, just a good time, So that's one step you could do. So, all right, next question. I've been enjoying AS lately, but after I finish, I crave vaginal S again and go back and forth. I haven't catch any infection, but bad. I just get too horny and I don't even think about that in the moment. I mean, what you could do is, like, depending if there's multiple rounds, maybe one round is in the booty, and then the other round is in the cat. But go and clean yourself and everything. Don't just be doing that. Okay, just go rinse it off, like clean it off real quick, and then keep going. And that's all you got to do is, like, don't be like, hey, here and then here and then here and then here, like back and forth. You might pass something. Okay, so I would just say that, like, if you crave both, maybe if you're doing it twice a day, swap. Or if you guys are hooking up at least once a day. One day you do this and one day you don't, So there's different ways you can do it. And unless, like, again, if your partner can do it in the booty and then do it in the cat, but in the halftime, go and clean and then come back and then, get your thing, do your thing. So that's what I would say on that one. Sorry, I'm over here parched. Use a condom and have it wash it after, or just use a condom and then get a new one. Not wash it. Well, wash it and then get a new one, if that makes sense. All right, next question. What do you think about boys who do not like to go and work and expect money from family, girlfriend? He says he loves me. Girl, he doesn't love you. Absolutely not. If he's expecting money from you and his family and he doesn't want to work, bye. Even he has the nerve to, like, I would not want to be, like, if I was a female, I would not want to be with a guy like that. Like, he wants you to pay for his stuff, give him money. He wants to be the princess, because what they'll do is, like, they'll stick around until you're done with them, and then they'll go find somebody else who's gonna pay for their stuff and give them money and things like that. I would, every now and then, of course, it's fine that your girl drives you around. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you guys are relying solely on your car, your finances, all this to do everything, and he's just chilling, that's not motivating him either to, like, get a job or get some sort of career, and you're not helping him. So I would just say, don't mess with that dude, because it's just going to be a bigger and bigger problem. And the more money or the more things that you pay for, the more comfortable he's going to get. And then when you finally bring something up, it's going to be a problem. So he's going to make it seem like it's your fault too. So that's a no for me, dog. All right, next question. How young is too young for you? I'm 30 and a MILF. I mean, just slide in those DMs so I can slide in you, girl. I'm just joking. I always say that I prefer somebody who's older. I always say about 30 and over, but I just give that number because I want somebody who's experienced life, has been through breakups, and, has gone through maybe different relationship, has lived life, because one, they're going to be a little bit more mature and the conversations are way different. Having a conversation with somebody who's older, like around your age, and then talking to somebody who's super young, you can tell the difference. Like, just the maturity in the conversation is different. I remember this one chick, she was telling me, what did she say? She's like, people think I'm a lot older for my age. They say I'm so much more mature. And like the way she was talking, I was like, girl, no. And so I just couldn't do that. How old are? Oh, I don't know how old they are, but she said she was 30. Like I'm 30. I just turned 37 Saturday. And so I always say I prefer somebody who's closer to my age, whether it's going to be like a lot older, a lot younger, it doesn't matter. As long as you vibe with the person and you guys align on certain things. Because I've had conversations with girls who are younger, and that's not it. That's not the vibe. I always say there's a difference between a girl and a woman. I don't want to be with a girl. I want to be with a woman. And if you don't know the difference, then, because trust me, when it's a woman and they're a little bit more experienced. Damn, I'm 35. See, she say less, girl. But yes, I just turned 37. All right, so I'm going to get into the next question. Why does the guy I'm with for 2 years only want to do doggy style recently? I feel like he doesn't want to see my face, body. I practically have to beg him to eat me out, and then when he does it, it's like only a minute. Am I overthinking, or does it seem like he's losing interest? I think he's getting maybe a little bit bored, or maybe he's just worried about himself. Because if he only wants to do that position, clearly he only wants to take care of himself. You having to beg him to go down on you, to do different things to you, kind of seems to me like the spark may be going away. So he just trying to get his real quick, and then that's it. And that happens. And you shouldn't let it happen. I would not beg, and you should not beg either. Because there's somebody out there that's going to want to do it for you. No hesitation. And do crazy stuff to you. But you haven't found that person because you're stuck with this other person that makes you beg. Or it could also be that he's with somebody else too, and he's just trying to fulfill you. That way you're not bringing it up, like we're not even being intimate, or he's not even doing anything to me. Because he could just be like, let me just do this real quick, because if not, she's going to complain. But this is other girl over here. That's the one I'm straight tearing it down. Right? So... because you have to beg him, girl. I hope also that you're not going down on him, okay? Because if he doesn't want to, why are you doing it to him? You should be like, no, you go first. Like, if they don't go first, then guess what, buddy? Guess what? Then I ain't gonna do it. So that's why I'm saying, like, never beg, and if they don't want to do it, don't do it to them. Or even make them beg you. You know what I mean? Turn the tables on him. So, all right, next question. We have been together 2 years, but he refuses to meet my fam. But when he drinks, he says he wants to move in together. And when I tried to talk to him about it sober, he refuses. Girl, he's not interested. 2 years and you haven't even met the fam. I don't think he's taking you serious, or he doesn't want to take you serious, and maybe meeting the parent is a huge step, and he's like, shit, that's going to make it super serious. So he doesn't want to do that. Because you should be meeting the parents. Again, everybody's a little bit different, but I'm saying at least over a year. If you've gone 2 years, it's a little too long, because I'm sure there's family parties. I'm sure there's family things that go on and you never go. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that kind of sounds like a problem. And when he's drunk, he tells you these things, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can't tell you sober too, he probably doesn't mean it. For example, sometimes guys will say, I love you while being intimate. And girls are like, did he really mean it? Probably not. If it was like during being intimate, because some people just say things like maybe it accidentally slipped out or something like that. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, let me F you like a dirty little sucia, right? So why don't you think that he actually considers you a dirty little sucia? You know, does that make sense? So, I mean, if you've had the conversations with him, he's not looking to move in or pursue something more. Because if you're with somebody, you should be continuing wanting to grow. What do we got to do? Like, what's the next goal? What are the future plans? Do you plan on getting married, or do you want to get married? Why haven't you met my parents? That's something I would like. Say you wanted to introduce him to your parents and he didn't want to. Why? Right? So tell him to give you a PowerPoint presentation on why he doesn't want to do it. So, all right, next question. My baby daddy of 4 years won't let me leave the relationship. Says we have to work together, but if we both are being toxic to each other, like, what's the point? What's the point? Oh, Hannah, ask that question here in a little bit. What's the point? Is because they want to keep you around. They don't want you to go find another dude, be with another dude. And so people stay in these toxic relationships longer than they should. You know, and if he doesn't let you leave, like, trust me, you can leave, block him, don't message him. So, like, it takes two to tango here. If he messages you and you respond, you're giving him, like, signs that you want to keep talking. If he comes over and you let him in, you're giving him signs that you're letting, like, still, like, everything is good, that he's fine to come over, you guys are still together. I would just recommend, like, if you guys are living together and he doesn't let you leave, like, what are you, a hostage? You know, like, did he kidnap you? Because you can be like, oh, so what you're saying is you're kidnapping me because you're not letting me leave. Guess what you do? 911. 911, and be like, yo, this motherfucker kidnapped me. Come help me quick. Right? Because you can block them, restraining order. At the moment they show up to your place, call the cops and be like, yo, homie trespassing. And then they eventually stop, but it might take a little bit. But you just letting them come back, letting them, or you staying, just using it as an excuse, like, he won't let me leave. You can leave. You are not being kidnapped. Hey, gracias for the gift. You're not being kidnapped. So, and if he says that you can't, like, I'll be like, all right, let me call 911 and let me see what they say. So, exactly, Lil Bear. Girl, you're no one's property. Absolutely. All right, next question. Flirting comes easy for me for guys, but I want to flirt with ladies too, but I don't know how to go about that. I mean, I'm kind of guessing you may be bi. And girls are a little bit different. I mean, would you think that you were, I think the approach would be different, meaning like girl on girl, because I can tell you how a guy does it, you know, but it may not work as a girl, because what if I'm like, oh, you got to be the man? That's what I'll say, is like, you got to be that man that she's looking for. Like, don't be coming off as a little boy and stuff. But then, like, a girl, I can't be like, yo, you got to be the man, you know, like, be the alpha. I don't know. Girls pick it up faster than men. I met girls on a dating app. I'm a pro at that I'm bisexual. How should she approach it? Should she approach it in a different type of way? Like, what are we doing here? Deanna, she's gonna give us some examples. I'm gonna wait for Deanna to give us some examples, because that way we can help her out. I'm trying to help her out here, and I'm trying to add some. I forgot to add some of these questions on here. I'll add them here in a little bit. I'm a pro at being bisexual. I met girls on a dating app. So a dating app would be good too, because on there you can be like, hey, I'm just get over the whole flirting, like, hey, or like the trying to court them. If you let them know, hey, bye, holler at me. So, how was your birthday? My birthday was great. Thank you for everybody who sent a message, comment, whatever. I really do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. You have to go, okay, this is what Deanna says. You have to go to bars or places where there's bisexual, see? And depending on your area, and do they have, again, I've never looked, do they have like apps or maybe there's Facebook groups where it's just like a bunch of bis? I don't know. Good to hear, bro. Personally, I don't flirt, but somehow I attract women. I met my first girlfriend on the party line, LOL, ages ago. Oh shit, I remember the party lines. I mean, I never did it, but I learned afterwards what the party lines were. I did more of the AOL chat, the Yahoo chat rooms. So, yes, there's dating apps. Now you put bisexual. See, there you go. Problem solved. Just put that you're bi on there, and you should be good. You know what I mean? I think we're overthinking. Or just put it in your profile too. Be like, yo, I like the kitty too. So holler at me. That's what I would say. All right, next question. So I looked through boyfriend's phone, so I seen that this girl sent him a Bitmoji heart on his snap picture, and days later he sent her one as well. I felt some type of way about it, and told him that he said that there's nothing going on between them, and he was just showing love back. I don't know if to move past it. No, absolutely not, because that's where it starts. That's where it starts, is a message, a like, and especially that, okay? Because, for example, you guys know what I do, right? So if I'm trying to have somebody on my podcast, I'm trying to have somebody on the TikTok channel, if you look through my phone, the conversation is not going to be like, yo, what's up, gorgeous? I'm trying to holler at you. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be like, hey, I have this TikTok channel where I do this. I ask questions. I would love to have you as a guest. You know, which one is flirting? The other one is trying to be like, hey, yo, I'm just trying to get some content. Let's collab. Let's do something. The other one's like, I'm trying to holler at you. You know? Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Like this, it depends on the situation. But if he's just hearting her stuff like that, and she's sending him a heart, there's something going on there. That's the start of something right there. And then it could lead to a message. Hey, let's meet up. Hey, let's go to the park. Again, I've said one of the places a lot of people go to cheat, the park. Next time I'm gonna go interview people at the park. I'm gonna be like, hey, so is this your wife? Or is this your side piece? And then just like stand there. You know, I'll go live and do it. That way they'll be like, hey, don't put that out. So yeah, I should do that. Yeah, protect your relationships. Happy belated birthday, gracias. I appreciate you, girl. Haha, the park. I'm telling you, the park is even though it's like one of the most public places, people think, let me go to the park to fucking cheat. Like, I don't understand it, to be honest. Sucks to know I'm just a sneaky link and will probably not be more, but I love his D and he knows it. Don't want to break it off, and I don't want to go looking for another girl. That right there is what we call your cop feelings. And so that's what happens sometimes. You know, yes, you said it's for the D, but if it was just for the D, like I'm sure you could have got it somewhere else too. And right there where you said too, I remember you said that it sucks that this will never be more. That right there is what told me you were looking for something more in this guy than just being a sneaky link. And since he doesn't want more than with you, the more you keep doing this with that person, the worse it's gonna get. You know, the more feelings you're gonna get, the more of a heartbreak it's gonna be. The moment he decides just to leave you and be like, or cut you off, it's gonna suck. And that because you let it go that long. So if you're looking for something serious with somebody, go find somebody who's also looking for something serious. So yes, what he's saying is true. I can relate to that because it's been happening for 2 years. See, Daisy knows what I'm talking about now because clearly, you know, thank you for saying that, by the way, Daisy. There's people who go through that and it doesn't stop. You know, those feelings don't just go, you're just like, hey, feelings go away. No, that's not how it works. You're just going to develop more. And then even some people in their head, they convince themselves that no, something is gonna happen. We're gonna be a relationship. You know, he's gonna change his mind. It's just taking a little bit of time. So you're gonna keep falling in love with him. He's gonna continue just getting his cookie and then dipping out. And then finally, when maybe he's like, all right, she's being too much now. She's asking for too much from me. She constantly cries about a relationship. I'm out. Now you're just gonna go through a massive ass heartbreak because you continued to get hook up with this person. I get that too. Was 6 months in now. I feel it. Get out when you feel the first instinct. See, there you go. Thank you for saying that, Sylvia. She said she's been doing it for 6 months, and then as soon as you start developing a little bit of feelings, that's when you're like, all right, if he's not looking for something serious, let's dip out because this is just gonna get worse. So I heard a douchebag wannabe podcast that the guy do whatever they got to do to get her in bed, not caring for girls' feelings. Oh, see, this is why you don't hook up with somebody right away, though. You feel them out because I'll tell you guys right now, ladies, you guys hold a lot of power. Okay, where did I put my notebook? Because I need to add some questions. So, ladies, you guys hold a lot of power. It's your decision if they hook up or not. Like if yes, the only way the guy can, it's his decision is if he forces himself on you, and we all know they can't be doing that. So, and most guys will do whatever it takes, meaning like they'll behave, they'll do this, they'll do that, all sorts of stuff to hook up with you. And so that's why you got to continue to hold that power, because if you don't, they can that's what happens, right? They just use you for that. That's all they need. And so that's why I'm saying, like, you guys hold a lot of the power, and you guys can control. You can basically teach this guy some things that you want. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing that. Or like, hey, if you want this, you have to do this. You know, trust me. You ladies, you guys have a lot of power. You guys need to know that. There's guys who will travel to get the cat, spend a lot of money to get the cat, do whatever it takes to get the cat, stop talking to their boys to get the cat, all sorts of stuff. There's nothing, you know, they'll unalive people to get the cat. So that's what I'm saying. You guys hold a lot of power with that cookie. You guys make that decision. You know, because if the guy makes the decision, again, that's because he forced himself, and that's not right. So it's all for the cat. That's what I'm saying. I try to tell the ladies, you guys hold a lot of power. You know, because if you say no, they'll be like, oh. And then they're gonna do whatever it takes to get it, and they'll behave. Trust me. It's just some people give it up a little too fast, a little too quick, without learning this person, you know, or knowing what they want. Then you end up finding out that they're not a very good person. Maybe they're married, in a relationship. They're just there to get the cat real quick and then dip out. So, but what do you consider too fast or too quick? There's no right amount of time, but this has to come down to your gut feeling. And always take everything with a grain of salt in the beginning, because I can tell you right now, I'm going to treat you like a queen. But what is my behaviors? I'm hot and cold messaging. Sometimes I don't even message you. You know, I really don't want to hang out with you unless, you know what I mean? Like, pay attention to that. Does he continue to be like respectful to you, good to you? Like, is he getting mad that you don't give him the cat? Like, pay attention to all these signs, you know? Also do a full freaking research about him. You can Google people. You can find public records to actually see. Search them on Facebook. And if you don't find them on Facebook, then guess what? Ask them. Be like, hey, you don't have a Facebook? Because some of you, like, if you search them on public records, you should be able to find their real name. Like, if they give you a fake name and they don't pop up, could be a reason for that. Okay. And most guys most guys all have a social media, whether it's Facebook. Most guys have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. They have something. You'll be able to find it. Now, but if they give you a fake name, you're not going to be able to find much about them. Again, there's public, and then there's also those Facebook groups too, where you post the guy. It's only for like women only. It's on Are We Dating the Same Guy? It's funny because my buddy was just on it. Like a girl will post, hey, are we dating the same guy? And then other people from the local area are, what's it called? They'll be like, oh, yes, I'm talking to him. Like, this is how a lot of guys, like a lot of girls find out that the guy may be talking to multiple people, married, in a relationship. Also, people could say that, hey, he's also been physically abusive. You know, you can find all these things. Just don't take everything they say with a grain of salt, because again, I can tell you I'm gonna treat you like a queen, but what if like you post it and someone's like, oh, he's known to slap girl. You know what I mean? Like, you start finding this stuff out. And then also if you search their name, like, and the area they supposedly grew up or wherever, if they have any criminal records, guess what? That shit gonna pop up. So imagine like they give you a name and all of a sudden something pops up and it says domestic violence, domestic abuse. Now what are you gonna do? So it just takes a little bit of time to research. I mean, it'll take you 5-10 minutes. If it's taking you longer than that, they gave you fake something. Because if they're like, oh, this is my name, and you search for it and nothing pops up, be like, oh shit, you don't have a Facebook? And most of the time, that's where they meet you. Or you guys meet each other on social media now. If you meet them on a dating app, be like, hey, can I get your Instagram? Let's talk over there. I don't feel comfortable giving my number out yet, but we can go talk over there. But you use that as an excuse to, I need your Instagram or social media. You know, and now they got to give you one. Instead of giving them their number or your number. And there's also places where you can search their number too. For example, since I was a real estate agent in Idaho, they give real estate agents this app. Only real estate agents can access this. So don't be like, what's the app? There's other ones too that you can pay for. So basically what you do is you type in their number, and then their names and different names they've gone by shows up. What else comes up? Their criminal record pops up. The properties that they own or have owned pop up. What else? Different aliases that they've had, different phone numbers that they've had, where they currently, the last place they got, what was it? The last place also where they should be living. See, TrueFinder, I think that's a public one. The one I have is not one you can download. You have to be invited to it through the MLS. So and you have to be a real estate agent. So that's why. Mine's not called TrueFinder, but that might be one. True People Search. See, that's another one. See, I hope you ladies are writing this stuff down. Susana says it works. Trust me. So again, TrueFinder, ladies and fellas. Okay, because there will be some girls who be lying too. Tell them, search for them. It's worth. How much does it cost? Does it cost any money? Because if it costs like $10, $10 is worth it. You know, $10 is 1,000% worth it. 15, I would pay up to $100 just to make sure I'm not fucking wasting my time. Even pictures come up. See, that's what I'm saying. I used all of them and I found the truth out. See, Mermaid Lady, she used all of them, and guess what? She found out the truth. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's ways to go around it. You just being like, well, he said that. Yeah. See what happened? You got played, girl. So there's places to look stuff up, you know, and especially if they have some sort of charge like domestic abuse, they're violent. Wouldn't you want to know that in the beginning? Be like, oh shit, I ain't getting close to this dude. This dude beats girls. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Watch, especially ladies. You know, one of my bro found out one girl was 5150 wild and DV her ex-husband. See, that's what I'm saying. Girls do it too. I've seen it too. I thought not a lot of people. It didn't happen to a lot of guys, but I know a lot of guys who have been abused by their partner, and they let it happen. And I knew this one couple. They is this still frozen on? It says TikTok is frozen. Is it frozen? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Can you guys see me on TikTok? No. Glitching. No, you're good. No, you're good. All right. People, I'm getting more people. Not anymore. No, you're good on my end. All right, cool. What was I gonna say? Oh, my buddy. So I have a buddy who, when I saw it happen, I was like, what the fuck? She hit him. She punched him. And I was like, oh shit, you know that awkward feeling when you're like, what do I stop it? Like, what's going on here? Do I act like I didn't see it? And then he goes and like punches her. And then like they would start fighting like that. And obviously I went over there. I'm like, yo, y'all need to fucking chill. Like, y'all need to chill. But this was like a common thing for them. Like, they would always beat the shit out of each other. And I'm like, why would you want to live like that? So, like, if you can find out beforehand those red flags, definitely go find them out. Because imagine getting with somebody who's going to be your king and treat you like a queen, and then come to find out he has a record of abusing women. Wouldn't you want to know that in the beginning? So, all right, next question. He always talks about other men effing me while we're doing it, and I've started to like it. Plus, we don't make love. It's always dirty talk, which I like, but I miss love making, but don't feel he knows how to relax with me. Being in control with the dirty talk. I wonder if he's gay or just likes, I mean, I've always said there's not a difference between making, like, what is making love? You just go slower, you know, like, somebody define making love, because all you got to do is slow them strokes down too, you know, let them feel every little bit of it, and, you know, and then like ramp up the RPMs, you know, and try different stuff. Because again, like, you're just being intimate. I've never been like, let's make love this time. I don't want to, you know, have S. You know what I mean? Like, I've always just gone into it, right? And did your thing. Of course, there's always like a little bit more passion, kissing, like all sorts of stuff. But like, what is making love is like, are the strokes different? You know what I mean? Like, because like when I'm being intimate, like there's things that I want to do. Like, if you're like, all right, we have to make love this time. Like, you know, like what is making love? Like, now I can't slap that booty. Like, now I can't do other things. Now I can't use toys or what? Like what is it? Less hair pulling? See, like, are we not hair pulling? Like, are we only like doing certain things? Can I not make you cry happy tears with this thing? Like, when you go down, like we can't do that this time. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I think that's making love too. The only time I would say like it's effing and then making love, or just effing, like, if you want to say that, is like somebody you met, like you haven't even known for that long. Does that make sense? Like somebody, like a one night stand, that's not making love, like, because you don't even know the person. You're just effing real quick, you know? So I think that's the only time I would say like there's a difference between effing and making love. But I'm not gonna take plays out of my playbook just because people are like, let's make love. Like, I'm trying to slap the booty. I'm trying to use some toys. I'm trying to use some restraints. I'm trying to do all sorts of stuff. I'm trying to use some plugs. You know, I'm trying to plug every single hole. Like, and if you tell me, no, let's make love this time, I'd be like, well, so do I not use the toys? Like, is that what we're doing? Like, are we supposed to just like do belly on belly action and just look at each other in the eyes? You know, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what? You tell me. Because It's the same shit. Like, I think. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I want to hear your guys. Somebody said it's when you go slower. You're still, see, how is it different just because you slow down? Like, again, I've said it before. There's times where you switch up the stroke. You go slow. You let them feel every little bit. Like, you just slower strokes, you know, just slow. Letting her feel, doing things like that. And then, you know, you rev up the RPMs and then all of a sudden you just, like, how is that not hot either? You know what I mean? Like, how is that not making love? Like, I'm so passionate right now. Like, right? And then they're like, it's more sentimental. What does that mean, though? Like, explain to me what being more sentimental is than, like, what we're doing already. With your people on waiting until marriage, you're running a risky game there. And I don't mean like a risky game like because, for example, if they suck, you could hopefully teach them or show them that you want to do more, or like different stuff to do. But like for a lady, what if you marry somebody and like they're like literally like that big? Are you gonna be okay with it? Because this thing is not gonna throw it down. I'll tell you that right now. And spoiler alert, it does not grow. You're not one day is it gonna be like, oh look, it grew 3 inches. So again, like, what do you need? Because if you need something that you're gonna feel down there, and that's not gonna cut it, not gonna suffice, it's gonna cause a problem later on, right? So that's what I'm saying. You might need a test ride. At least see what he's working with, though. Okay, if you want to wait until marriage, because and it sucks for guys because it's not like they chose to be like, it's like, hey, yo, Jesus, give me one of these. That's not how it works. You know, you get what you get, and then that's it. So that's why I'm saying, like, I know it sucks. So fellas, if you know this is what you packing, learn how to use your mouth. Like, become phenomenal at the tongue finger action to the point where she's just like, yeah, like, I really don't feel that, but we use toys. But his going down game, his finger game, you know, throwing up all gang sign, like, top tier. So that's what I'm saying. If you lack in that department, let's make sure these other departments are like top tier. Because if they are, it might not be a problem. Okay, if you're doing all sorts of things with the other department, like using your mouth, your hands, they might be cool with it. They'll be like, yeah, but I still get mine. So the kissing needs to be top tier, absolutely too. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna do 2 more questions. I've been told more than once and by more than one person that I give the best. But there is one guy that says he's never came. It's just my reward. He tells me I'm a pussy guy, only come with effing. Is that really a possibility? I mean, every other guy finishes with me. I've been told more than once and by more than one person that I give the best head. But there is this one guy that says he says it, but never. It's like my reward, and he tells me I'm a pussy guy. I mean, okay. I thought I was reading it wrong. I think that he's not being stimulated enough, because if he knows he struggles to finish with the mouth, like a girl using the mouth, he probably knows how his thing works, you know, and he's struggled ever since then. Because if he can finish using the other thing, okay, or he has never had somebody like give him, you know, the Ultra Suck 3000, right? Tornado Twister, right? Maybe he's never gotten that, and so he doesn't know. You know, maybe someone like, because again, remember when I told you that there was the girl that she wasn't really sucking on it? It was just like she had her lips around it, and it was just like doing the motion, like where you could barely feel it, right? Now, maybe he's never had someone who just spit on it, right? Made it super nasty, right? Like maybe they've never done that. So, and like, whoa, did he just say the tornado twister? Damn. Okay. See, I'm telling you, like maybe you've never given him that ultra sloppy, like BJ. Like maybe he's never gotten that, and so he doesn't know what that feels like. So that also could be the problem. And or just figuring out what really gets him off, because like I was gonna say, just know, like, if he doesn't like it, then cool. You know, hey, I'm just gonna do it real quick. Or you can be doing it in the cat, and then right before he, like, a guy can kind of feel like when it's coming, he can like push you off, and then you get your reward. So, or just stick your finger in his booty and find his G spot, and then voila. All right, next question. Messing around with my coworker, and I've tried ending things because other coworkers are starting to suspect, and they're being a little too extra and telling me he's dating history at the workplace. I don't care who he's with, but before I got there, it's just weird how hard they're trying to have me stay away from him. Girl, they're warning you. They're not being jealous. They're not being weird. They're warning you. They're telling you, yo, this man hooks up with like every girl that comes in this bitch. I would not try to get in a relationship with this dude, because as soon as somebody else gets hired, then guess what? You go back in the roster and he finds, you know, they're clearly telling you, hey, yo, this is how he is. Hey, yo, this is how he is. Don't do it. Don't date him. And you're not, and you're being like, they're just haters. Another thing, why are you dating at work? Okay, see, that's another red flag in him. They're telling you all these coworkers that he's been with before from work. So clearly he's just hopping from one person to the next. So I would just avoid, you know, because if they're trying to warn you, multiple people, hey, yo, this is what he does, and you get with him, and then guess what? He does the same thing. Then it's on you. That's your fault. Don't be coming back into this chat and being like, he cheated on me, or he threw me to the curb. I'd be like, you clearly got warned. You know, it was like the whole thing. Hey, don't touch the stove because that shit is hot. And you're just like, and you burn yourself. That's your problem. So, and again, I'll say it again. Avoid coworkers. Like, what are we doing? You know, coworkers is the worst. So I would just avoid coworkers. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me again. I might try to go live a little bit on Twitch. So if you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, definitely go follow me on Twitch while I edit this and upload it to YouTube. That way we can go talk a little bit more. The link is in the bio. Twitch is a streaming app, by the way, because I know people are going to ask me. Twitch is a streaming app, and eventually my random lives, not the question lives, my random lives are just going to be on Twitch. So, but for now, the random lives will be on Twitch and TikTok, but I think I'm just going to do Twitch for a little bit. I couldn't find Twitch on the Apple Store. It should be on there. I have Apple, or I have an iPhone. It's on there. It's a streaming app. So if you guys want to keep chatting, we got more questions, Deanne. I can only do an hour because I have a bunch of shit that I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, if I could stay here all day, trust me, I'd stay here all day answering these questions. But I gotta edit this, upload this, and then I gotta edit some TikToks so I can post those. You know, so we always hustling over here. We grinding, we working. So if you guys want, username, same username, yes, Scar Talks. The link is in my bio. You'll see it. It says Twitch. So go follow me over there. Let me get everything transferred, and then I'll fire up Twitch, and we'll keep chatting. Sound good? All right, go follow me over there, and I'll try to go live here in a little bit. Maybe I'll go live on TikTok too at the same time. We'll see. We'll see how I'm gonna feel. I want people to get on over Twitch too, because like I said, over there I don't have to filter myself, because on these ones I do have to filter myself.